Before we begin, I want you to do something for me. Close your eyes for a second. Seriously, picture it. The towering, monolithic shadow of Wall Maria looming over you. The scent of brick and damp stone in the air. The familiar, almost suffocating comfort of the red-tiled roofs of Shiganshina packed in all around you. For years, we've known this city as a cage, a beautiful, tragic cage that we've bled and died for. It's a place of fiction, a masterful creation from Hajime Isayama's mind. Or is it? Okay, so I'm just gonna level with you. What if I told you that the city of Shiganshina, the very district where Eren, Mikasa, and Armin grew up, is not fictional? What if I told you that there's a real place on this earth right now that you can visit, where you can walk the same circular streets, look up at a towering central church, and feel what it's like to live inside the walls? Because you can. And the story behind this real-world city is somehow even crazier and more cataclysmic than anything Isayama ever wrote. So pack your ODM gear, we're going to Germany. Deep in the heart of Bavaria, Germany, lies a picturesque fairy tale town called Nördlingen. On the surface, it's a perfectly preserved medieval city, but Nördlingen is hiding a secret of cosmic proportions. This entire town is built inside a gigantic hole in the ground. No, I'm not kidding. About 15 million years ago, an asteroid the size of a small mountain, nearly a kilometer wide, came screaming through our atmosphere at over 70,000 kilometers per hour. It slammed into this exact spot with the force of 250,000 atomic bombs. The impact created a fireball that vaporized all life for hundreds of kilometers, and a shockwave that flattened forests like they were blades of grass. What was left was a massive, steaming impact crater known today as the Nördlinger Ries. This crater is so significant, so well preserved, that NASA actually sent its Apollo 14 and 16 astronauts here to train in the 1970s. They learned to identify impact rock here before they went to the moon to do it for real. Now, let that sink in. A city whose very foundation is a world-shattering, apocalyptic event from a bygone era. A place where civilization literally grew from the ashes of a cataclysm. This isn't just a visual inspiration for Attack on Titan, it is the exact same origin story. The Eldians, survivors of the Great Titan War, built their new world inside the walls, living on the land shaped by their own destructive history. Isayama didn't just find a city that looked right, he found one that shared the same soul, a place whose very stones hold the memory of catastrophe, just as Paradis holds the memory of the Titans. Okay, the thematic parallels are already giving me chills. But what about the physical structure? This is where it gets even more unbelievable. The most iconic feature of Nördlingen is its perfectly preserved city wall. I don't mean partially preserved. I mean it's one of only 3 cities in Germany with its complete, intact medieval defensive wall still standing. The wall forms a near-perfect stone circle, an unbroken circlet of ramparts that has cradled the town for centuries, complete with 11 towers, 5 fortified gates, and a covered walkway along the top called the Wehrgang. This wall wasn't for show, it saw heavy action, most famously during the 30 Years' War at the Battle of Nördling in 1634. This was a city under siege, a city that depended on its walls for its very survival against an overwhelming outside force. So when you climb the stone steps and walk that perimeter, you're not just a tourist, you can feel the history. You look inward at the cramped, safe-looking sea of red roofs, and then you look outward, over the arrow slits at the vast open fields of the crater floor. In that moment, you understand. You feel the duality of the walls, the safety of the cage, and the desperate yearning for the freedom that lies beyond it. It is the closest anyone can get to feeling like a member of the garrison, patrolling wall rows. And it gets even crazier. Remember that asteroid? The insane pressure and heat. We're talking pressures of 60 gigapascals, and temperatures over 25,000 degrees Celsius did something incredible to the ground rock. It created a unique type of impact breccia called suvite, and this suvite is filled with something special. Millions upon millions of microscopic diamonds, each smaller than a millimeter, forged in the hellfire of the impact. And what did the people of Nördlingen do? They built their town out of it. The entire city, the walls, the houses, and most famously, the massive central church is constructed from this diamond-infused rock. You heard me right. The citizens of Nördlingen live inside a city that literally sparkles, with an estimated 72,000 tons of microdiamonds embedded in the very stones around them. A city born from a falling star, built from catastrophe and stardust. It's almost too poetic to be real. Now, let's look at the heart of the city. Just like in Shiganshina, Nördlingen is a sea of densely packed buildings with iconic red-tiled roofs. Rising from the center of it all is the Church of St. George, with its colossal 90-meter-tall bell tower, affectionately nicknamed Daniel. This tower is the city's focal point, but it was also its early warning system. And get this, for over 600 years, a watchman, or termer, has lived in the top of the tower scanning the horizon. To this day, every single night, between 10 p.m. and midnight, the current watchman leans out of the tower windows and calls out a historic phrase to the sleeping town below. Zolgesel, zo! It's an old German saying that basically means, all is well, fellows. It was a cry to the guards on the walls, confirming that there was no fire, no enemy approaching. A watchman in a central tower inside a walled city calling out to the guards that all is well. If that doesn't scream Attack on Titan, I don't know what does. From the top of the Daniel Tower, the view is breathtaking. You see the entire circular city, the unbroken wall, and the flat crater floor stretching out to the horizon. It is the exact view that would make any Survey Corps member feel right at home. So, does the city in Attack on Titan exist? Yes, it's Nördlingen. But the connection is so much deeper than just visuals. Isayama chose a location that carries the same psychological DNA as his story. A city defined by its walls, born from a world-altering catastrophe. A place that perfectly embodies humanity's fragility and its incredible resilience. It is a living monument to the idea that even after the most devastating impacts, life finds a way to rebuild, to create beauty, and to persevere, even if it's within a cage. Seeing Nördlingen isn't just seeing a cool anime location, it's understanding the very heart of Attack on Titan. And there you have it, proof that one of the most iconic settings in anime is very, very real. So I have to ask you all, knowing its incredible history, would you visit Nördlingen? What would be the first thing you'd do? Walk the walls? Climb the tower? Let me know your full travel plans down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And while you're down there, remember that your ideas drive this channel. If you have a request for our next deep dive, leave that in the comments too. If your mind was blown today, please dedicate your heart and give this video a huge thumbs up. It's a massive help to the channel. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed with all notifications on so you're ready for our next mission beyond the walls. Thank you for watching, soldiers! And as always, Shinzo Sasageyo!